All right. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Laura Canfield Show, the Awakened Happiness Now global series. Thank you so much for being here with us today. And today, my good friend Laura Hosford is back with us, and we're going to be talking about healing your womb to birth your cosmic starlight. And so much more. Of course, we're going to take live caller questions. I think we're going to do a meditation or process later as well. And so on this call today with Laura, we're going to learn a little bit about how this is a perfect time for new beginnings. We just had the equinox yesterday. Today is the new moon, spring, all that wonderful stuff. And Pluto is in Aquarius. I don't know about that. We'll talk to Laura about that. And so how we can tap into these energies to support our new womb creations. We're going to talk about the history of the Grail mysteries, the lost feminine Holy Grail, and connection with Mary Magdalene. And your soul destiny. And we're going to talk about making peace with our womb shadow to fully resolve our unhealed emotional pain, trauma, and self-worth for full embodiment. We're going to be talking about and maybe activating your crystalline chalice of starlight to birth your new earth mission and destiny. We'll see what comes up in the process, right? And we're going to talk about how self-love sets you free, how you can open the stargate of your womb gateway to activate your infinite wellspring of love, becoming your own source of self-love, and no more looking for love outside of yourself. We're going to experience a powerful heart womb meditation to plant your first divine seed of creation for your new earth reality. All that and so much more. And of course, for those of you who don't know Laura, she's been with us many, many times, and we love having her on the show. We always learn so much, and always the processes that she brings through are always so powerful. So Laura Maven Star is a sacred oracle and galactic star ambassador for Universal Divine Mother. As a leader and midwife for the Divine Feminine Christ Consciousness global movement now emerging on the planet, she is the embodiment and vessel for which the Shekinah, Sophia frequencies of love are returning. She has been providing goddess healing, facilitating ceremonies, offering oracle guidance, spiritual coaching, teaching Akashic Records for 10 years now, and has served hundreds of women to reclaim and embody their priestess pathway of sacred service. So we're going to learn a lot about that as well today. So I'm so glad that you're all here with us. And if you are watching live on YouTube or you are watching the replay, please do like, subscribe for more shows like this. We hold shows regularly, normally Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. But you know, everything's always up in the air, right? So we just go with the flow. But please do join us as we bring together these wonderful speakers, teachers, healers to uplift our lives, to give us new tools, techniques, processes, so that we can raise our vibration, so that we can create the lives of our dreams and really thrive in our reality. So thank you again so much for joining us. And we are going to get started right now. Please join me in welcoming Maven Star, Laura, back to the show. Laura, I don't know if I should call you Laura or Maven Star.
Well, whatever you feel comfortable with is fine with me. Thank you so much, Laura. It's so good to be with you and your beautiful community today. And I always look forward to our time together in sisterhood and sharing love and sharing new wisdom and, you know, just being here for each other. It's just, to me, it's such a special opportunity, you know, that we can come together in this way, even though we're not sitting in a circle on the ground, you know, in front of each other, but we kind of are, you know, so I love that. And yeah, I'm just excited to be with you all today and co-create some beauty, some wonder, some laughter, and some healing.
Absolutely. Yes. And we always learn a lot when you share with us, right? So there's always a lot of wisdom, there's a lot of learning. I always come up with some wonderful questions, I think. But we also do take a lot of questions from the listeners as well, from the community. So if you do have a question for Laura, you can raise your hand or you can type your question in the chat. And so that will be ongoing throughout the call. But let's get started. Let's start, Laura, right now talking about where we are right now in astrology or time. Equinox was yesterday, today the new moon, and spring. So what does all of that hold for us? I mean, for me, it's about creation, new beginnings, planting new seeds, like we're going to be talking about today, and growth and change, right? So let's start there.
Yeah. You know, I just think because yesterday was the equinox, and today we're coming into the new moon in Aries today. We couldn't not talk about this subject today a little bit, and how this is such a beautiful, important, time in our creating our new timeline of what I call the heaven on earth reality. So this week is a huge week as we kind of cross through this portal, having this boost through yesterday, the equinox, where everything night and day, is in equal balance, including the feminine and the masculine,
Mhm.
and getting set up for that. And then today coming into this kind of fiery Aries energy of the new moon that's really going to really lift us up, as the guides have shared with me. And we are actually in the midst of a collective consciousness shift this week, is what the guides have been sharing with me for the last few months. Like, I started getting this information several months ago. And, that means that wherever you are, personally on your own ascension process, and also collectively, we are actually kind of almost like the 1111 gateway. They're showing me where the doors are opening for the collective consciousness to move into this next, I call it octave or frequency, for the collective consciousness. And that collective consciousness also represents the collective womb consciousness, if you will. And so this sort of term womb of the world was something that was really kind of the way that Mary Magdalene, Yeshua kind of described, they didn't call it collective consciousness, but they just called it because they understood these really deep feminine principles where each of us as individual creators are individually creating both consciously and unconsciously in every now moment. But they understood that all of our because we're all connected, here in the physical on every level, that those creations do come together to create what's called the womb of the world consciousness. So, what I'm super excited about is during this very powerful week here in March, is sort of setting a new higher timeline, a new higher precedence for us moving forward. Now, even for the next 2.5 or 3 years, we're going to be going through some pretty powerful events are going to continue to help us to really refine, us into becoming more conscious creators versus unconscious creators. And so really, we're going to be experiencing a lot of, on the physical plane, we're going to be experiencing a lot of water. So we could continue to see a lot of water on the earth, expansion of water, movement of water through, the oceans, the floods, melting ice caps or droughts, water shortages. There's just going to be this sort of theme for the next couple of years, because water is a feminine element and a very powerful element. And of course, we all know that our bodies are mostly comprised of water, like, 70 to 80%, right? So for the next couple of years, these energies that are coming in of where Aries is now with the equinox, really asking us this week, sort of lifting us up to take this sort of leap of faith this week. This is sort of an opening, if you will, a rare opening, in fact, where we have this new moon at 0 Aries, exactly on the equinox. And this is the first degree of the first sign, because Aries is the first sign of the year. So we are being invited to really become pioneers, if you will, to begin to express ourselves in a new way, perhaps that maybe we've only dreamed about or thought about, or, sort of been there, kind of out here. We're being asked to break new ground this week in whatever way we feel led. We feel led by our higher self, by divine spirit, to take this leap of faith and to begin to express ourselves in new ways, to become sort of our own advocate, for ourselves, our life path, what we're being asked to do, because we're now moved out of the third dimensional reality. We've, you know, most of us have completed our karma in a sense. We could still be wrapping that up, but at the same time, it's not like an either or. It's like, you know, an and both type of situation where, you know, we continue to refine, and these energies over the next 2 years are really going to be working on us, particularly this Pluto. It's now coming into Aquarius, which is coming in this week on March 23rd, and actually will be with us the next 20 years. And that's a long time. And Pluto is, you know, really about transformation, you know, soul transformation, planet transformation. And so Pluto is arriving here, as we open into the pathways and the age of Aquarius, to really kind of jumpstart us, if you will, and helping us to create our new foundation of our life path, of what we've come here as a beautiful, you know, co-creator with Source, uh, to really step into our dharma, into the higher mission and purpose. As I call it, this is the year of the high priestess, where we're asked to step, you know, even into a higher octave of from priestess to high priestess, if you identify with that. And we really begin to take on, you know, this whole new sort of um, octave of love, of self-love, of self-compassion, of more kindness for ourselves, of really putting ourselves kind of front and center, in a new way, that it's not selfish, but is self first, making ourselves a priority so that we can really come back home to ourselves, bringing our light, bringing our love, bringing in more of our soul spark to merge, you know, into the density or into the carbon body that's transmuting into the crystalline body, this year. So things are really going to begin to even speed up more. You know, we're like, wow, how can that happen? Right. You know, but as Pluto enters, you know, on the 23rd, 0 degrees Aquarius, then everything is going to begin to even shift, particularly in our soul's evolution around our wealth, our power, even our health is going to, in the next 3 years, we're going to get this beautiful overhaul. And that would, of course, would include, you know, the womb and the body. And so, you know, all of this really on this new moon, which is about new beginnings, is a powerful, powerful week to begin to set your new intentions for your life. What is it that's really coming in for you that you really want to begin to anchor in, you know, that seed thought, from divine creation that maybe has been showing up or starting to show up. But as you tune into it, you can begin to really slow down. You can begin to unwind from the fast-paced modern world, you know, from the instant gratification that we've all been conditioned into, from the, um, you know, the kind of mind control, conditioning, whatever you want to call it, of distorted programs that if they're still living within our womb space, that we're being asked to release, you know, to purify, to clear, to cleanse, so that we can really open up, because we're being invited to open up, to hold and to harness, you know, literally within our body, but anchored into our womb space, so we can activate this divine heart womb portal to step into as creators of the new earth. And so in order to be creators of the new earth, you know, we can work with these really beautiful energies of um of Pluto, who is the great, you know, transformer, very powerful. I mean, I think that we saw these energies, you know, back in 1776, 1778. This is the same kind of setup that we're going through now. We all know how powerful, right, that those, you know, times were, especially here in the United States. Um, as you know, those significant changes came in for the people, you know, with the government and the Declaration of Independence. So this is like um, a time for us to really leap forward and to really trust that there is a safety net for us, and that we are being divinely guided gently and lovingly. But we want to step through this time, into Aries with a lightness, a curiosity, a humor, with more laughter, even more play. Um, and my guides have been really putting a focus on play, play, play a lot, because as we play, we literally can lift up into a lighter frequency, a lighter vibration. And when we do that, we don't take things kind of so seriously, because if we get too serious about things, then that's when we can kind of be pulled down the rabbit hole, right? So it's really about us coming into even almost a spiritual maturity, if you will, too, and to begin to think differently about ourselves too. And I've been working on this myself to begin to really see and open up that third eye, to begin to see yourself as a galactic, and my words are galactic soul star, to begin to really connect with your, you know, the bigger part of you, that cosmic part of you that still lives, your I am presence that lives within the heart of God, Goddess, and to begin to see yourself, perceive yourself, that you are not just this, you know, human in a third dimensional, three strand or whatever DNA, that we are much more than that. And we're being invited as we leap forward to begin to really overlay, some people call it the future self, but it already exists. It's already there. And it's just waiting for you to kind of come in and pull that overlay down and to begin to connect with that. And some people look at this as connecting more with the higher aspects of your oversoul, your soul group, your monad. And this is what we're being invited to begin to actually move into that higher octave of beginning to live, from the seventh, the eighth, and the ninth, even dimensions of consciousness. However, the the key to all of that, to live from that space and to be a powerful co-creator, as I understand it, from what I've been learning from the Marys, Mother Mary, Mary Magdalene, even Yeshua over the last few years, is that we have to have an anchoring point, to anchor this energy, to anchor this divine flow of our I am presence that is wanting to even go deeper and wider within us now, wanting to eventually become fully integrated, right, within our every level of our aura, our light bodies, and into the physical. So in order to really do that and to stabilize and to activate this heart womb coherence field, which is just beginning, we're just in the beginning stages of this field, and activating that is to begin to bring that flow, down, not only through yes, you bring them through your chakra system, but um, we want to completely bring it down from the pineal chakra, because that we consider that a feminine chakra, because that is where we connect kind of with our spiritual antenna, and we connect with the Christ consciousness flow, and we bring it down, yes, through the throat, activating the throat. We bring it into the heart to activate the flow of divine love and connect directly with the heart flow of Mother Divine, our universal mother that is continuously flowing out love. But we want to bring that flow to be the most potent, to be our most powerful creator self, and to come fully back home to ourselves in this body, right? Which is, truly our ascension is also a descension of your light, your soul light, your I am, merging with your body deva. And so we bring that flow down into and anchor it into your womb space, and your womb space becomes the anchoring point. And so what happens is that you begin to live this way. So you begin to understand, you begin to sort of intuit that you can begin to live more fully in your body. not just from pieces and parts of the body, not just living, sometimes from the brain, not living just sometimes from just the heart or just the thinking part, or, we all have sort of predisposed ways of how we were conditioned or trained to live, through our body deva. So, so the most important thing is just to set a powerful intention this week to that you are choosing, because we are kind of at this choice point of, are we going to choose the timeline of, our spiritual pathway? Are we going to take that leap of faith and trust that we can become fully embodied in our crystalline, and we're shifting to the crystalline body? Is that our intention? Is that our purpose, our mission? Or are we going to continue on the materialistic timeline, which is really what we experience in the third dimension? I mean, it is really a soul choice. And once we can make that powerful choice, then of course our higher self, our divine teams will nourish us and guide us along that pathway. And I'm sure everyone here in this community wants to, continue to be on that, you know, leap of faith, jumping to the next octave of our spiritual journey. So this really is kind of calling to us, the way that I understand it, in, you know, slowing down. And it's sort of like an interesting dichotomy, because in a sense, things are speeding up. In a sense, time doesn't really exist anymore almost. And time is a fourth dimension. So we are still in the fourth dimension, but time is now working in a wave, going up and down, up and down. And that's why some days you'll feel like, oh, I'm experiencing my third dimensional reality all over again. But what you're really doing is going through a clearing. You're continuing to clear, you know, and refine your energies. And this is just going to continue on for all of us. And then another day you might wake up and you might be like, really happy and balanced and joyful. You don't have any worries. You're not projecting into the future. You're not projecting into the past. And that's more of the higher fourth level, kind of fifth dimensional state. And so we're all moving through that, each and every day. And as well, in between that, what's really happening is time is really going away, because we're moving from time space, which is, the third and fourth dimensional reality, which means that we have a lot of time, but we have little space. Little space meaning that's where we felt very limited in our creations, and we felt very limited in the body. As we move closer to the fifth dimensional quantum world of the new earth reality, it's going to flip to more of a space time, which means that we will have a lot more space, meaning that we will be operating more in the flow of the present moment with very little time, which opens up this beautiful new experience, this new experience of how we will experience life in the new fifth dimensional quantum world. So at this time, with this new beginning, we can really tap into the power of our womb space. We can, we're being invited by Divine Mother, to, whether you're a woman or a man, to begin to just recognize that you have the power within you to start afresh, to start anew. And during this week, with these powerful energies of Pluto entering into Aquarius, and with this kind of fiery energy of Aries that we're going through as well, that there's sort of these sacred fires of creation that are, kind of percolating, if you will, in your womb space, because your womb is connected to the heart womb core of Mother Earth as well, and to those sacred fires that, she also holds as well. And we can use these sacred fires to purify anything, and purge anything out of our lives, to even greater depths and levels that we may not have been we may not have experienced before. And that's what I'm super excited about with these energies, Alara, because this is going to continue for the next, 20 years, with Pluto leading the way into Aquarius, purifying the waters of our womb, of our body, so that we can begin to open up to shift our womb, into that crystalline, pure crystalline receiver, which she's meant for. She's meant to be a receiver of unconditional love. I like to call it a chalice of unconditional love. So, it will require us to really go deep, to slow down, to become more present. And as we become more present and we focus on, more of opening up our hearts and our womb really becomes it's sort of like your heart and your womb are sort of like working as a twin chakra system. As this comes online, what this means is that your womb becomes sort of the reservoir. As you reclaim your womb space, and literally reclaiming your womb space is with the purification of the womb, the purging of all the old belief systems, the blocks, the structures, even the trauma, the distorted energies. As you continue to do that, what you're doing is you're just basically giving yourself a new beginning, because the womb space is the place, it's the container that not only holds the heart and holds the heart chakra, and they sort of merge together into almost this twin chakra system working together. Whereas you clear and purify your womb space, then you can your womb begins to become more pure, holding only your soul light, only your what I like to call the sweet fragrance of your soul song. And so it's really cool because we all have a womb soul song. And this came to me like a year ago, and I was being shown, and one day actually my womb started to sing her womb soul song just out of the blue. And I'm like, wow, what's happening? This is really cool. But she was sharing with me this very, specific to me, my I am frequency, right? My I am divine spark. And so she was sharing with me my own soul song that we all hear when we enter into this physical reality. So when you were in your mother's birthing, when you're being birthed in your mother's, through your mother's womb, and you were in the birthing canal, you probably don't remember this, but you were hearing, your soul song. And that soul frequency of you was letting you know that it was being birthed with you through through the womb canal of your mother. And that when you entered from, basically the realm of the unseen, you went from a non-physical energy, if you will, and the womb is the creation portal where we create, meaning that that's where the the mysteries happen of life, right? That to create the beautiful sacred life coming from a non-physical reality to a physical reality. So this beautiful sort of gift of your soul song was birthed with you when you were birthed through your mother's womb. To it kind of it becomes sort of like this encapsulation of your frequency. It becomes sort of a natural boundary, that is holding your highest frequency of love and light. And so you're birthed with that, so that your soul, um, is there, and it's all kind of supporting your soul. It's supporting your journey through this physical, incarnation that we have. So, and it's also there kind of as almost like a homing device, in a sense that, and you don't really realize it consciously, but unconsciously, you're feeling it. You're feeling it deep inside of you, that it always is holding you in this cocoon of self-love. It's always holding you in the mother's um, cocoon of self-love, of nurturing energy. And so what I'm understanding is that this is kind of what wants to be birthed through us, um, coming into this age of Aquarius. Now, when it gets birthed, or, for each individual person, I can't say. It's, really kind of on your own journey. What I can say is that, as you begin to partner with your womb in a more conscious way, and this is the way we used to be, thousands of years ago before the fall, um, in the split, we as women, we walked as goddesses, we walked fully embodied, we walked with this ancient knowledge, um, we walked, understanding that our true sovereignty, meant that only, our energy was, in this body. We didn't have all these entanglements with other people's energy and ideas and emotions and beliefs and all the things we've been clearing. All of that came after the fall. So now it's like, you know, 2000 years ago, things were, of course, very different than they are today. Not that there wasn't war or violence. Of course, that was going on, but, it was a very different time where even at the time of Mother Mary, Mary Magdalene, and Yeshua, they didn't have this sort of high pace frequency modern world that we live in, the world of instant gratification. They were still very much living by the ancient way of, you know, uh, knowing that their womb was the seat of their feminine consciousness. They understood that they needed to live, you know, from this beautiful divine light. Um, and that they knew that connecting, the pineal through the throat chakra, the heart, and then opening their womb space, and they knew that how to do that was, to slow down, was to slow down and to begin to really repartner consciously, with their womb, and begin to partner with her and your body deva, to begin to consciously bring through conscious creations that were loving and kind and working with the higher spectrum of energies. And so this was something that they had many practices for. Um, they kind of kept, the legend of the yoni and the grail alive. I mean, really, the grail is the yoni. It is the holy of holies that you hold even within you. And because all of life on this planet is birthed through a womb. So, all mammals, including us, every physical thing that is birthed, whether it's an idea, anything at all, a project, a new relationship. I mean, these are things that we've been doing, but we didn't really understand because we haven't had this knowledge, pretty much became very repressed for the last 2000 years in particular. It went underground because, of all the things that were happening on the surface of the planet and all the religions and different, things that happen. So, but all of this ancient knowledge is now wanting to come forth again. And if you're drawn to, Mary Magdalene or Mother Mary, or to the Mary lineage, which actually goes back all the way to the time of, um, it goes back Avalon, and it goes to the Celtic lineage. It goes back to, of course, through Atlantis and Lemuria, goes through Samaria. So it's a very ancient lineage that has a lot of mystery surrounding it, but there's a lot of ancient wisdom, especially feminine wisdom, that was lost. And so now, as we come into this time, what's been shared with me, it's now time for us to begin to, reacquaint ourselves with the power of our womb, to begin to really, so we can become more conscious creators again, so we can, you know, stop recreating the womb of the world of the third dimension. So we can, because for each of us who do that, just like, we know all the clearing and the healing and all that we do, it's a great, wonderful gift that we're giving, to the rest of the world, right? So it's the same thing, because all of these energies, these distorted belief systems, these even toxic energies, repressed energies that we've repressed, energies of pain and suffering, we've repressed those energies not only within the chakra system, not only within the body, but also within our womb space. And so our womb at a physical level and an energetic level is carrying, these distorted imprints. And so as we, you know, if we choose to begin to, partner with our womb in a much more conscious way, we can basically find, a treasure chest of ancient knowledge and wisdom. Your womb actually is the seat of your consciousness. And the reason I say that is because when you really dive into your womb, which is way more than just a physical organ, actually a multidimensional portal stargate. And so this is also partly why we as women were kind of conditioned, and our wombs were shut down to their creative flow and their creative power. However, I can share with you that part of my own awakening as a womb priestess, because that's really my archetype, is that once you open this channel, once you open this flow again, and a lot of us have been working on the throat chakra that, the past few years, Alara, to really open our throat chakra, because there is a connection between your throat chakra and your womb, your yoni. And so as we reopen our throat chakra, as we open our third eye, of course, our crown, I mean, these upper chakras are super important. We open our throat. But where we kind of got stuck in the last, several thousand years, because of all the things that were happening, the wars and the, different things that happen on the earth, then that may be where we stopped the flow. We stopped the flow at the heart, and we were trying to manifest and create, just from part of the body, not understanding that the real key to becoming, totally sovereign and conscious was to bring this flow to the lower three chakras, to open and clear and cleanse those lower three chakras, and to begin to re-partner with our womb chakra in a very conscious way. So it was no accident or mistake that for those of us who, we've all incarnated in women's bodies, of course, and men's bodies, but when you've incarnated in a woman's body, we sort of took on this role of, as an emissary for Divine Mother. We are her eyes, we are her voice, we're her hands, we're the, in the physical here to represent her, you know. And so as we kind of come into acceptance of that, if we feel that's our calling, um, then we begin to, just open up this whole new remembrance and awakening that our womb is a direct portal to her energy, just as the heart is. The womb also is this beautiful ancient portal that we can begin to take back our power, meaning that when we take back our power, meaning that instead of our wombs being filled with other people's energies, unhealed, wounding of pain, suffering, and trauma, being filled with even, cords or entanglements, right, to other people's energies that have hooked into our womb space and who could be ciphering energy off of us, who could be feeding off of our energy, because this was a resource that certain, we'll just say certain, forces out there and inside of us, after the fall began to, in a sense, they're a parasitic energy, because they lost their connection to the divine. And when they lost that connection to the divine, they were looking for other sources. And unfortunately, Mother Earth, this earth, became a target, for these other forces to come here. And they were attracted here because of, the beautiful richness of the earth, because of her love, her light, because of all the things. This is a truly Garden of Eden. And they came here having lost their ability to replenish their own supply of love, if you will. And so they had to go elsewhere in the universe to look for sources of light and love. So after the fall, women, you know, and men, of course, we all came under the, this sort of these other invisible forces that we couldn't see. And, they began to really feed into us, on every level, mentally, emotionally, physically, spiritually, through our womb chakra. They went to the womb because that's where we emanate our light. When we're completely devoid of all of these, other people's energies that came into our space because we didn't realize that we weren't holding our boundary, or we had a weakness in our energetic boundary, then we began to literally kind of became under the influence, not knowingly, not consciously, of these other, energies that have been feeding and parasiting off of our energy fields for a very long time. So that may sound kind of like weird or new to you. I get it. I mean, this was a concept that I wasn't even presented until like 2019. But, it's part of our awakening process that, as we become more aware and more conscious, and certainly there's a lot of things going on out there now, a lot of outer events that are the reason we can see them now, and part of the reason they're happening. Well, there's many reasons, but everything is becoming transparent. And so this is going to continue for the next 20 years. And now that Pluto has entered into Aquarius, Pluto's all about, down to business. So if you're in a body on this planet, I would say, well, get ready, because for those that are choosing the spiritual pathway, our lives, as we become more present, as we become more grounded again, and certainly anchoring our flow of divine light, our I am, into our womb, brings you a new foundation of stability. And not only stability, but it also, as you clear and cleanse and purify your womb, because your womb is returning to the crystalline chalice that she originally was intended to be. And as you return to become the crystalline chalice, and you begin to hold that frequency of those light codes, you'll begin to then become more magnetic in this reality. So the womb, which is a feminine energy, it's where we hold our greatest feminine energy. Yes, we hold feminine energy in our heart, in our pineal, but the womb is where everything kind of comes together. And she's actually shown me too that at some point in your evolution, when she is activated, she's healed and she's activated to a certain point, she will actually spontaneously infuse all of your chakras into this beautiful celestial tree of light. And then that sort of takes you on to a new level of your ascension journey. So I know this is a lot. it's a mysterious journey to begin to partner with your womb, and, you know, to come back to wanting to own your creative flow again. It's about when you step into, I want to own my, you know, I want to own my sovereignty. I want to own my creative flow, right? I don't want to give away my love, my light, my resources, because, and that's not selfish. It's just we begin to understand what we once had and once was either taken away or we lost it, or, you know, through the experiences. So we came here in this incarnation to reconnect with our wombs, to reconnect with our hearts, right? To reconnect so that we could be sovereign again. We could embody our I am presence, and we could begin to consciously only be filled, you know, by having strong sacred boundaries, that only my energy belongs in my beautiful divine vessel. All other energies have to get out. They have to leave, they have to get out. There's no feeding on my energy, there's no parasitic energy anymore. I'm not entangled with anyone on the quantum level. Meaning, what that means is that in the quantum level, you are spinning as a fractal of source, but you are no longer entangled with other fractals, right, that are in the unified field. You become a free spinning fractal in the quantum. And this is what we're entering into when we enter into the new earth, the quantum world. We have to release the baggage, right? We release the entanglements, we release the all the things, whatever they are, implants, seals, all the things. And, you know, basically, you have to be the one to choose it, because no one can choose it for you. And actually, no one can do it for you. We help each other, we guide each other, we support each other. And so Mother Mary's been talking to me a lot about that. I have to let go of any trying to, you know, save others or fix others or change others. That was an old 3D paradigm. And this is a big thing, you know, for us to work on as women, because we're so used to giving, right? We're so used to giving to others, our energy, our time, our love, and there's nothing wrong with that. I mean, that's just part of who we are authentically. But it only becomes a problem when we, you know, we're not seeing it or perceiving it. We don't have it in the right context of that we come first, and that's okay. That we, meaning, you know, our individual soul essence, we have to put that as a priority. And that really what releases us from this reality of illusion is self-love. It's self-love and self-compassion. And the more we can give that to ourselves and give it to ourselves on every level, the more that we practice self-love, we invite it into our life, we make it, you know, I would say an intention, a prayer, that you want to reconnect with your womb, but not just reconnect with her, but you want to restore her to her original blueprint. What does that mean? You want to restore her so that you're singing your soul song and frequency of unconditional love to the world. And just take a moment to pause and to breathe and feel into that. That's like huge. That's like, yes, I want that. So that what happens is that as you set that as your intention, as you step into that, and then you begin immediately to, you know, everything in the universe begins to synchronize to support that for you, right? So that you show up, you begin to show up differently. You begin to show up in the present moment, in the quantum space, more and more and more. This becomes your new pathway. In that pathway, actually, you begin to flow in more ease and more grace. You begin to allow life, because you're syncing up and aligning to your original soul song, your soul song frequency. And that frequency and that connection connects you all the way back to your I am. And your I am is sitting in the heart of Divine Mother and Divine Father. And that is what brings you home. That is what is you as a soul evolving, on your journey, like we all are, right? We're all returning home to source, right? So this is where we were basically disconnected in the third dimension. We had kind of drifted, if you will, and we kind of, some of us had, or most of humanity had lost that connection, through the illusions, through the experiencing of all these illusions. So I believe it's Neptune is, associated with illusions. And as we move forward in this next 20 years, then the illusions are going to continue to dissolve. Why? Because these energies, these very powerful energies coming in through the great central sun, these crystalline energies that are carrying, the true light codes from Divine Mother are going to continue to dissolve and purify everything on the planet, so that everything that has been hidden in the dark, right? Secret things, those things will become, as they are now, coming to the surface. That's what we see. We see all of these truths, we see these things that aren't pretty, that are horrible coming. Why are they coming to the surface now? Well, because, this is a universal divine plan that goes even beyond this earth. And we came at this time to free ourselves, from those illusions of the third dimensional experience, so that we can shift into the fifth dimension, so that we can begin a new cycle in this higher octave, which is the first level of heaven, as I understand it, living in unconditional love, which I know it sounds like, wow, that seems like such a reach, maybe, but you don't have to think of this in a linear way. Don't think of it in a linear way, because it's not linear. And as you move and connect with your womb, you'll see that your womb is not linear either. I mean, she's basically like a spiraling vortex energy that moves in and through all the layers. She's a mystery. She's, a galactic portal to where, and what that really means is that she is the 0 point. Yes, you have a 0 point in your heart, but you have a 0 point in your womb, and that, you're being freed and liberated to move through that 0 point, so that you can be unlimited in your creations again, so that there's no more limiting or our creations, that we can begin to create anew, that we can come into this new, beginning of life, and that we give it to ourselves. Really, we give it to ourselves. We understand that we're powerful creators, that we're equal to angels and archangels and ascended masters. We're all equal at our I am level, and that we've come, in this special incarnation to awaken and remember as creators, that we can be sovereign again, that we can take back the sovereignty of our body and our creative energy. And the more that you can reclaim this flow of your creative energy, the more that you can allow it to flow and expand it, through the chakras, yes, through the pineal, the heart, and especially with your womb, the more that you will realize that you have this ability to consciously create, and that there is nothing that can block you or stop you anymore once you open that floodgate. So that was a lot. Are there any questions?
That was a lot, and I knew that we were going to receive a lot of wonderful wisdom from you. So that was amazing. All of that information, all that wisdom was amazing. So different aspects, different ways of looking at things, and some of it might be new to a lot of people for sure. Absolutely. Just soak it in. So I thought, as people are taking the time to integrate all that wisdom and soak it in, I thought maybe we could take some questions.
Yes, please. Thank you.
Yeah. So if you have any questions for Laura, raise your hand or type your question in the chat. Is there any frame of how you would like the questions to be, or what you would like the questions to be? Type.
No, I'm good. I'm open.
Awesome. All right.
Okay.
So we're going to go to Rebecca. Rebecca, you want to unmute yourself?
Hi.
Hi, Rebecca.
Hi. Thank you so much for taking my question. I'm going to get emotional and I'm sorry.
It's okay.
First of all, everything that you've said here is exactly where I'm at on my spiritual path right now. Everything. It's uncanny that I found this in my inbox today because I was homeschooling my son, and then this came up and I said, we got to stop. I have to get on this call. The heart womb connection I am discovering because I just found out I have to have a hysterectomy. And I discovered I'd already been working with my heart center, and I had already been holding a self-love practice for years. And as I was evolving spiritually, I started having more and more pelvic pain and more health problems. The pelvic pain and the health problems actually started for me 20 years ago, and I'm at the full circle of the 20 years and just now discovering that it's actually being caused by my uterus. It's very traumatized. Apparently it's gone through some trauma. Some of it I'm aware of, but it seems like it's worse than I thought. And when I was pregnant with my son, I had actually started spotting during the pregnancy and had a technician do an ultrasound. And she said, how many pregnancies have you had? And I said, one other one. And it didn't carry to full term. And she said, are you sure? You have so many craters in your uterus. It looks like you've had hundreds of pregnancies. And it is a miracle that this placenta found anywhere to attach. So I'm now a mother. I have a son.
Can I stop you right there? I'm sorry.
Yeah,
for a moment
sure.
and finish your story, but I have a lot of light language. It wants to come through some healing for your womb. Would that be okay to receive that?
Sure.
And
Sure.
and then we could talk a little bit more. So I did my data can Monday the Karita to Botokita Shruka Parade, the Ganamini and the crew, the Shikita Makera, the Rukiri, or Shikita Malakare, or Rikaka, she and Malakarina, oh, in a Kai and Urushiti, and Shokonamanaka, oh, in a sure. Just breathe and release, breathe and release, breathe and release. I'm so sorry, sweetie. There's a lot of clearing. There's a lot of violet flame energy I'm sending into your womb. Hi, sweet little one. You're so sweet. You felt that, didn't you, darling? So just let it release. You can release.
I heard that.
Did you hear that, sweetheart?
Yes, I did.
Thank you for coming to help your mom. It's so sweet. You're such a beautiful soul. So
Like that attitude.
What happened is that you were not on this planet, but on another planet. You were part of a forced breeding program, and you have a lot of imprints that were unhealed from previous incarnations that happened on the planet of Mars. So that's what happened in previous incarnations that were coming up for clearing, that are wanting to be cleared. And so they were showing me something else.
It feels as though it's still present in this lifetime. Like I've had so many strange sort of semi-memories of alien abduction and meeting of my hybrid children. And so I dreams of watching my sisters being abducted from the house. And You know, so, and one of my other sisters has the same, just had her hysterectomy because of the same disease.
Right.
And so I feel as though this is a death and rebirth process.
Yes.
And I don't know how to go forward with it. I don't know if the hysterectomy has to happen and what that's going to do to me. And I'm scared. Or if I can heal it through something that I can't see. Either way, I feel this fear and this anger and this grief that, and my mom is verbally abusing me right now, like I've never seen before, even though she knows I'm going through it. And she keeps accusing me of being horrible to my wonderful, amazing son. And it's just not happening. And so it's so much is happening at once.
She's talking from her own fear because she sees that you're actually healing your womb. You're wanting to heal your womb, and you've been carrying these imprints since you were a priestess in Egypt. And so both Mother Mary, Mary Magdalene are behind you, and they have your back, and they're putting a beautiful rose into your heart and saying, don't fear, just let us uplift you and hold you and embrace you. Now, whether or not you have to have the physical hysterectomy, don't worry. If you have to have the physical hysterectomy, you know, it will not impede your journey forward. It will not impede your ascension to become a high priestess. But what you do need to clear is you will need to clear the emotional, the emotional trauma that happened to your womb, because even if we have a physical, we have to always clear the emotional piece, because if we don't, then it can regenerate again, whatever that is. So,
Not yet.
they brought you here today. They brought you here today so you could begin to start this healing journey, with your womb, because that's where your priestess power is. That's where you're going to be able to generate the life or the mission, the purpose, what you're here to do. We have to reclaim our womb space. If we keep giving away our flow, we won't have the flow to create what we came here to create, So you're very much on point. And, the fear is just guiding you forward. Fear is a tool that we can use to get in touch where we're holding, that illusion. We're still being held, our energy is being held outside of our body. We've got to pull that energy back into the body. You got to pull your light. You got to pull it from those lifetimes. And, I hope that's helpful for you.
Yeah, and you definitely want to work with Laura more, Rebecca, if you can. Okay.
Yeah, I'll be glad to work with you.
Sounds like it.
Yeah, we could do
definitely.
some really deep, more healing work on your womb, but everything's going to be okay. You're on the right. You've been listening to your intuition. You're following your intuition. You have a beautiful support team. You have a huge, beautiful divine support team around you of angels, archangels, higher ascended beings that are ready to help you.
And an Arcturian I seem to be integrating with as well, which seems to be a soul piece of mine too. And that's what sparked all of this, was when we started integrating, it was like, boom. And then it just took off from there.
Yeah. Yeah. See that aspect behind you, and that aspect will come in, but we have to make room for these higher frequency aspects of our higher, monad to come in. We have to clear the space for them to come in. So that's really what is happening at the same time.
As soon as you said that, I started hurting. Okay.
Yeah, it's okay, sweetie. You're so brave and you're so courageous. and I'm sending you a big wave of love. And work with some amethyst today. You can even lay down and get an amethyst, put it on your womb. Ask the amethyst crystal to begin to continue to spiral in healing energy, clear, cleanse, and purify your womb. You could do that right now.
Okay. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Awesome. Thank you, Rebecca.
Yeah.
Thank you, Laura.
Thank you for coming.
Thank you.
Welcome.
All right, we're going to go to Sarah. I don't know, Sarah, if you're still in the hospital, if you're out, you want to unmute yourself? Sarah was in a car accident on the weekend.
Oh no,
She
I'm
had
so
to
sorry.
have healing on her hip or surgery, etc.
Oh, okay. Well, we'll just send
Yeah,
some.
I am
Okay.
definitely still in the hospital
Okay.
and hoping to be able to get up and walk 3 steps today.
Oh,
I was on
good.
my bike and a car never saw me, and that's it.
Yeah. So is there anything you can provide for Sarah? Any healing, insight, etc.?
Yeah, yeah, definitely. I don't know. Do you have it's interesting because I'm seeing a lot of rainbow light coming in. I
Well,
don't know.
my computer overnight re-upped, and suddenly this rainbow light is behind me. I haven't used it in a long time.
Yeah, I can see it there. Yeah. Wow. So let's just tap into your heart for a moment and breathe into your heart. One hand on your heart, one hand on your womb. And just open that closed doorway in the womb. Just let yourself breathe into your womb, tapping into your own source of love and light. It's available for you 24/7. It's your love, your light. And I want you to just breathe that into your womb where you're filling your womb with your own source of your own I am presence, your love light frequency, filling your womb, being filled with love and light. And then you can send that love and light down to the hip, to the injured area. So you're breathing in the 7 rays of the rainbow light. And you have a lot of fairy energy coming in, which is 5th dimensional energy. And they're all around you. And they're saying, it's okay. You can it's okay. Just breathe and let yourself be lighter. Expand into more playfulness. Just let that tension go. There you go. Let the tension go to open up more space for those rainbow frequency to come in and send that love and light frequency down to the hip and the area that was injured. Was it on the left side?
It's on the right side.
It's on the right side. Okay.
had a titanium rod and ball put into my hip socket.
Okay. Gotcha. Okay. So just keep breathing and relaxing, allowing yourself to receive that healing energy of your own light, sending it down in and around and through the hip.
Yeah, my hip is fractured also.
Oh, it is. Okay. I'm so sorry.
Me too.
And expand that rainbow light around and through your body, your aura. And just imagine your aura being filled with this rainbow light. And the little fairy, she's zipping up the back of your nervous system, your spiritual spine. She's zipping it up. And she's saying, just breathe and relax. Breathe and relax. Allow this energy to come in. Just release the rigidity, the tightness. It seems like there was a lot of tightness, a lot of stress going on in your life. Just release and let all that go, all that tension, all that stress. Come into the present moment with the breath and just tell yourself, I am okay. And just speak to your body. One hand on your heart, one hand on your womb. I feel you. Just say, I feel you. I'm right here with you. I'm right here with you. I love you. And let your body receive it and let that energy go down into the areas that are injured, that are wounded in the fractured hip, but anywhere in the body. Set the intention to send that healing love, that you are source, love and light. You are powerful. in all ways. Just releasing any other beliefs that don't align with that. Breathing in, breathing out, letting that permeate through all the cells, the space in between, the particles and waves of you, filling your aura, your body, your heart, your womb, your mind. Okay, so the energy, there's divine feminine pink love energy now spiraling out and around your body. Just doing some more clearing, especially around the aura, the light bodies. Just keep relaxing. They're opening your crown. And is receiving some more healing energy from Mother Mary, Archangel Raphael, to support your body during this time. And they're giving me a message for you that in part this accident was a message for you to slow down in your life and just to begin to come back into more self-care, more self-love for yourself, putting yourself first. Does that make sense?
Well, I really felt like I'd been doing that for a long time with my kids out of the house, but it's always a good reminder. Thank you so much.
Okay, you're welcome, sweetheart. And much love to you, and ease and grace, ease and grace. You heal very quickly.
Oh, bless you.
You're welcome.
Thank you
And
so much.
Come back and listen to the meditation again.
I will. Thank you.
Okay, you're welcome.
Thank you, Laura.
Be blessed. You're welcome. Be blessed. Oh, Lara, we can't hear you, dear.
Oh, sorry, Sarah. I was saying, I don't know what I was saying, but I was saying get rest and I don't know. Anyway, sending you blessings and healing for sure. I didn't realize I was muted. You take it easy and good luck making, walking those 3 steps. You can do it. Okay. All right. So we have more people with their hands raised, more questions in the chat. We know we want to do the meditation and we still have to talk about your packages, Maven Star. So where do you want to go? And because we have a hard stop in 30 minutes. In 30
Right.
minutes, yeah.
The meditation, takes about 15 minutes. So I'll let you kind of navigate.
Okay. So let's take a few minutes and talk about the packages, since we are the top of the hour or beyond.
Okay. All right.
So I'm gonna share my screen to give me 1 second, everyone.
Okay.
Let's do that first. And then we'll go from there. And we'll see where we're at. All right. So the packages from Laura, there's 2 of them. Package A is a group womb healing empowerment retreat. And then package B is package A plus a 60-minute personal session with Laura. So Laura, you want to start off by talking about the group womb healing empowerment retreat? Hard time saying that.
Yeah. Sure. Just get to my notes here. So this is a pre-recorded retreat, and it turned out to be 6 weeks, and it's a really beautiful, talking about working with actually 4 goddesses, 4 ascended masters. So I always work with the Marys, but in this particular group, Healing Container, Kuan Yin and Green Tara both wanted to be part of that healing container. So it's there's 6 classes in this particular womb healing container. The first one is how to activate your greatest source of feminine power, and really about liberating our red priestess with Mary Magdalene. So we go into the history, more of the Grail history, the Grail mysteries, and understanding about that and how, you know, it impacted our wombs, and understanding our wombs to understand the mysteries. And, you know, we go into the womb is the container and receiver of masculine energy as well as unconditional love. And we talk about our ancestral lineage. The womb is a 0 point. And then there's a deep heart womb healing meditation with Mary Magdalene that she helps us to clear any energies from the sacred prostitute archetype, any wounding or patterns of sexual shame that we may be carrying from the red priestess. And I will say in all of my classes, they usually go about 2 hours, and there's always an opening grounding meditation, and then there's another healing meditation. So there's like 2 healing meditations, and then there's the teaching content. So that's the first 2 classes. In class 3, we work with the energies of awakening your womb powers and true trinity of feminine power of Mother Mary. So Mother Mary leads us in this class to activate your sacred heart flow of infinite divine power. You learn how to become grounded into your heart womb body, opening your portal to the new heaven and new earth. You learn about empowering your trinity of power feminine portals I talked about today, which is the flow between the pineal, the heart, and the womb in that class. And then in class 4, we work with healing your sacred feminine womb imprints, you know, healing our feminine wounds with Kuan Yin, the goddess of compassion. So learn about how to cultivate sacred presence, embodiment, how to receive energy, why your womb needs healing and restoration, you know, identifying types of imprinted feminine wounding in your womb and how they are showing up in your life, because everything's showing up in our outer relationships with everything, people, places. And so we can get those mirrored reflections, and then we can work to clear those in our womb, clear distorted feminine imprints from your womb. And then there's a deep compassion and forgiveness ceremony that you go through with Goddess Kuan Yin to help you to release your past judgment, shame, guilt, or other stories or emotions. In class 5, you work with liberating your sacred feminine creatrix powers of love and creation with Goddess Green Tara. So Green Tara comes in and talks about how to activate, restore your sacred womb space, how to begin to liberate your soul from pain and suffering. She talks about the womb as a cosmic cave of creation and how she's the true source of your feminine powers. We do more deep healing, especially around the wounded feminine. And then she takes you on a journey, another sacred immersion journey of into the magical galactic black light to show you how to consciously connect with Cosmic Mother Sophia and how to begin to work with your womb in the way of creation, partnering with her to create. And then in class 6, all 4 goddesses come together to activate your womb body powers. Your womb is a divine vessel of sacred creation. Our wombs are where we are going to birth the new earth. You know, we're going to birth from the world of the formless, these ideas into the world of form. This is the new earth that's beginning now through all of us, women and men as well. Men can create, they don't have a physical womb, but they have a creation portal in their dantian on the soul level. And so this class talks about your feminine creator and your chalice for beyond creation. On this class, you actually learn some very practical steps about how to align with, you know, consciously align with to bring forth your heaven on earth, you know, how to choose, you know, what to align to consciously versus unaligned actions. You learn about masculine and feminine principles of creation, and you learn manifestation principles, how to plant seeds, and how to begin to use this womb practice to begin to empower and anchor your new earth vision map, your I am intention statement with a rainbow light weaving journey. So that's a very powerful and practical class to teach you how to do that. How do I work with my womb to create on the new earth?
And then there's the bonus gifts.
Yeah, the bonus gifts are, let me get down here, are pre-recorded. You get, I think this was a 2-hour class, a Magdalene feast day celebration ceremony that we go back to the south of France, and I share some of my experiences and journey on the south of France, and we just celebrate, our lineage, as part of the Magdalene lineage. It's a popular course that I have. And then there's a pre-recorded live group healing audio for releasing and transforming your anger. So that was actually done on the 11/11 Gateway 2021. It was a very powerful call, because a lot of us still are holding, very repressed energies of anger. We don't know that it's affecting us in our life. So this is a really great, powerful call for that. And then there's a pre-recorded live group healing call for opening the 2/22/22/22, can't say it, Goddess Portal Liberation, another very powerful call that we had a year ago that will help you to step more into your goddess energy. And then I'm also adding a live group, heart womb activation, healing and blessing, star lineage activation with your I am. It will be a live group healing event, 90 minutes to 2 hours. I have that right now for March 31st. So that will be recorded if you can't join us live. But we will, on this call, working with the Marys and Kuan Yin and Green Tara to cut any remaining codependency cords to your third dimensional timeline. We'll activate your womb healing and clearing. We'll do a soul retrieval process on feminine aspects, and we'll activate your celestial tree of life in heart womb connection to Divine Mother and Gaia. So we really want to open up our celestial tree of life again, which is our full gateway to Celestial Mother and down through the chakras and the Earth Star down into the heart womb gateway to Mother Earth, so we can become fully embodied, with our priestess.
So
And
that's I was gonna say that's package A.
and B.
And so yeah, the bonus gifts are in both packages, and then package B includes everything in package A plus the group plus the Divine Feminine Womb Activation and Blessing session,
Right.
which is a 60-minute session with Laura and the Marys and whoever else wants to show
Correct.
up, right?
Right. Whatever goddesses come in for you, exactly.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that want to come in.
Yeah, so there's a lot of information here about that, but you got a taste of that today when we were talking to Rebecca and when we were talking to Sarah, right? So so package A and B are both available, and there are 2- and 3-part payment plans available for both. And of course, if you're in the inner circle, the free or VIP, please do use your gift code as well. Okay, so all the information is there. Take advantage of it. Please do work with Laura. She's very powerful, and obviously with the Marys and Green Tara and Kuan Yin, it's going to be powerful sessions, powerful activations and meditations and processes that are available for you to begin the transformation or continue the transformation that you may be on in your journey as well. So awesome. Thank you, Laura. So there's a lot there for you to sink your teeth into, and also like receive healing, clearing, transformation, etc. So please do take advantage of that if you can. Whether it's package A or package B, because you're going to receive a lot of healing and transformation in package A as well. If you can't do package B with Laura, at least do package A. All right. Whew. All right, Maven Star. Do you want to do the meditation? I know there's lots of people that still have questions, etc., or would like healing, etc. But let's do the meditation, and maybe if they can bring their intention for their healing into the meditation, it can help them there as well, right?
Yes, I was just reading some of the comments and the questions there. Thank you all for those. And yeah, let's just set a powerful intention that, we're coming together in this beautiful container, very powerful container, that that you are a magician, you are a high priestess, You are an avatar, whatever your word is. Okay. You're the commander of the energy in your space. No one else. No one else. So I want you to take this attention into this healing, because we have to own our energy 100%. We have to own it fully. That's the only way we can come back to our goddess self. And we're going to be working with the magic and the frequency of the black light. So let me just explain that. When I talked about that our womb is the portal, it's opening to the galactic field. It means that we as women, we can access through this galactic field back into the heart womb space of Mother Divine, our universal organic mother. So this is not a negative space. This is a space of love. This is a pure, pure love. This is where everything is being created. Light, sound, all of it. So we are going to navigate. I'm going to navigate you back to the black hole. I'm sorry, in your womb, the black space. Okay. And it's the essence of our feminine power. The more you can source this, the more powerful you will activate your feminine flow and power. Okay. So I'm going to invite you now just to connect with your womb. And just we're going to close your eyes, one hand on your heart, one hand on your womb to begin. And let's just close our eyes and begin to breathe deeply into our heart space first. And if you have a lot of thoughts, bring all those thoughts to the center of the head. Imagine you have a magnet in the center of your head and you're magnetizing all your thoughts, all your love, all your light, all your energy back into the center of your head. Call all your energy back to you, forming a ball of light in the center of your head. Now drop that ball of light into the 0 point field of your heart. As you do, expand your heart light, opening the heart, opening all the petals of the heart. Allowing that beautiful rippling out and wave of love, softening into the heart, opening the heart, breathing into that, and then bringing that beautiful ball of light now all the way down into your womb space. Just gently placing your hands below the belly button, receiving that beautiful ball of light of your energy, your I am. And then I want you to just breathe ever so gently but deeply, slowing down the breath, becoming very, very present in this moment. Your power is in the present moment. Breathing in very deeply on the inhale, then exhaling out your love, your light down into your womb space, filling your womb with your soul song frequency of love and light, setting your intention, birthing that frequency of love light in your womb today. This is your birthright. This is yours. No one else. Claim it. Claim it. Mother Mary says, claim it. Nothing can interfere with this frequency of your love light. It is your I am soul song. So bringing that deeply in, filling that, noticing the frequency, the color, and allowing this light to now fully shine from your womb, filling your chalice. Just breathing in and out. Now I want you to become aware of your womb as a galaxy or a star system. Just begin to feel yourself being gently called or pulled, spiraling deeper and deeper and deeper into the center of your womb. You begin to notice a blackness or stars all around you, or even other colors, as you're being gently pulled into the center of this black light that is the cosmic black light of Mother Divine. And just notice, keep spiraling into the center of light. When you come to a stop, you'll come to a stop. Just now begin to see in front of you a beautiful golden fountain, a beautiful golden fountain that holds unlimited possibilities, that is streaming rainbow frequencies of love light, that can provide you with the specific frequency that you need today. Just begin to dip your hands into this beautiful, beautiful golden fountain of rainbow waters. These rainbow waters now begin to fill up your womb. Invite these waters, just taking them into the womb, inviting them to clear, to cleanse, to purify all of those energies or thoughts or beliefs or patterns, to simply wash and dissolve them. All of those that do not match your divine blueprint, washing away any cords, any implants or foreign energies, washing away the trauma of the past. Just keep inviting in this beautiful rainbow light that is nourishing, clearing, and cleansing. Keep seeing it and feeling it. Keep inviting it to go deeper and deeper into the center of your womb, into the layers of your womb, into the particles, the subparticles, and the waves of your womb, into the waters and the liquids. And feel your hands gently holding your womb, supporting, your heart is supporting your womb. Allowing yourself now to expand into the space even more. Just allowing your body to go limp, to relax, to receive. As you do, begin to invite these beautiful rainbow frequencies now to begin to bring and birth into your womb, into the center of your womb, a beautiful, crystalline, golden seed of light. Beautiful crystalline golden seed of light. Seeing it being implanted into the center of your womb. As you do, begin to now set your intention, sending your intention into this golden crystalline seed of light. And this intention would be a new divinely inspired idea that you want to birth into the new earth, something that you want to create, something that inspires your heart, brings joy to your life, that brings beauty to your life and others. It could be a new relationship, it could be a new job, it could be a new partner, or the renewing of the relationship with yourself or someone else. It could be a new service or a new way of being in the world. So just inviting that now to begin to travel into becoming embedded in this beautiful golden seed of light within your womb. Becoming one with it, becoming immersed with it. And now ask your womb to accept this beautiful golden seed and accept and align it with your true self. Aligning it fully within you. Aligning it with this beautiful divine flow of your pineal, your heart, and your womb, and then anchoring it all the way down into the heart womb core of Mother Earth. Now ask the light of this seed to begin to fill up your womb and your entire being. Ask the intelligence of this beautiful golden crystalline seed to remove and wash away any blocks or fears or beliefs, any limitations that might prevent it from coming into full fruition. And breathing and just allowing it to do its work. See it now spinning, clearing and cleansing throughout the womb and the body, the waters, the fluids, through the blood, the bloodline, into the DNA, on all levels of your body and being, mentally, emotionally, physically, spiritually, psychically, financially. Now, allow this beautiful crystalline golden seed that's holding your divinely inspired idea of creation that you want to birth into the new earth and in your life. Allow this pure vision now to expand beyond you. See it like a beautiful gold shimmering wave filling your aura and your body. So you're now becoming one with this beautiful, beautiful seed idea that you're here to birth, that you're here to create for the highest good of everyone, all of humanity. This beautiful offering of love that you have to give to the world. Send this beautiful golden light so it begins to expand beyond your body and aura. See it filling your room, your home, your community, your city, your state, your country. See it going around the globe, touching the hearts of the people who are meant to support you in this. See it bringing you the resources, bringing you the treasures, to all the people that you may not know now who are going to come into your life to support you in the unfolding of this vision, this birth. Shining this light to connect with the circumstances, the opportunities, everything that you need to birth this creation. See it all magnetizing now into your womb, into your heart. And ask for this light of this seed to be felt and responded by all the people around the globe for their highest good. Begin to see this beautiful vision, this beautiful new unfolding of this creation that you're birthing into the new, birthing beauty and self-love and compassion into the earth around you. And just giving permission. So give permission to the people, the resources, for everything to unfold in a beautiful divine timing for the highest good of all. Surrender your vision into the mystery of the feminine. At the same time, commanding it as an emissary of the mother. You are here on her behalf to birth these missions, to birth this beauty. It is your contract with her in this lifetime. Whatever that is, new music, new art, new poetry, new books, whatever it is all wonderful. And now allow yourself to open, feel your womb, your heart, your body expanding, becoming brighter and brighter and brighter and lighter and lighter and lighter, opening space around you so that you fully receive all that is needed and required on every level. You are the miracles and the magic. Your womb holds the magic. Your womb is the key to birthing the miracles into this world. Become fully aligned with that belief. You are the creator. All the resources, the abundance, the synchronicity, it's all coming to you now. Receive it into your heart and your womb. And you are powerful enough to use and to transform and receive everything that you need for this full birthing. You are the creator of your life. So let this vision continue to radiate out around the world, open to receive all that is needed. And now let yourself deeply, deeply anchor into the feeling of this vision is now manifested. Begin to put yourself into the garden of your vision, seeing the colors, perhaps hearing the birds, the songs, the sounds, feeling your feet on the bare earth, connecting with Mother Earth, connecting with your body Deva, feeling, tasting, sensing, smelling. This is real. This is your real creation that you are birthing right now. You have complete divine authority to do so. You are totally supported by Divine Mother and Divine Father. You have their full permission to birth this beauty, this love and creation to the world. For as you give it to yourself, not selfishly, but unselfishly, you give it to the world. So breathing in, breathing out, and now just embodying the feeling of it is done, it is done, it is done, and so be it. And now the seed has been planted into your womb, into Mother Earth. It has been planted, shining its light out into the world, reaching those that who it will help, it will serve, it will inspire. And know that you are loved beyond measure, that you are unconditional love and light, Mother Mary says. You are the chalice. You are the hero of your life. Yes, you are. Believe it. Every courageous step that you take to take back your love and your light, which is your true power, dear one, you gift this to yourself, your family, your friends, and the world. This cannot be stopped. You are unstoppable. You are unstoppable, Mother Mary says. No one is going to stop the rise of the feminine returning to this world. And you, dear ones, are anchoring her light, her love. Yes, in honor of Mary Magdalene, in honor of me, Mother Mary, in honor of all women. Yes, you, dear one, you are it. So receive this love, receive this light, receive all this abundance. There's no limit to it. Receive the fruits of thy labors. Receive the fruits of grace, of love, of compassion, of joy, of beauty. Receive it now and allow it to be imprinted within every cell of your body, within every space in between, and particle and wave of you. Allow it to open your DNA. Allow the mother code that lives in your DNA to be unleashed and to begin to resonate out her frequency of unconditional love. And so that everything you birth from this point forward is birthed in love, in unconditional love and light. For this is what you came for, dear one. This is why you came into this incarnation. You are the leaders, the way showers. You are the ones, the first ones to see the new earth and the new heaven. Take your treasure deep into your heart and your womb. Enjoy every moment. Be present with every moment. Let none sway you from that. Do not be distracted from your mission. This is your mission, just to love yourself deeply, honorably, with respect. Respect your body, your womb. Love her again. Love away the pain and the suffering. Love heals all. And we are by your side, dear one. We were always by your side. And so now receive this beautiful rose in your heart that will continue to source the love, the courage, the light, the abundance, all that you need, you will be given to birth your mission in this world. I am Mother Mary. So bringing all of that in, breathing that in, anchoring it into the womb, anchoring that, knowing this beautiful seed of light is going to continue to work with its own divine intelligence and blueprint and pathway It will continue to be birthed and fertilized through love in your womb. And trust this vision is pure, a gift to the world, and all you need will be given to you. So begin to spiral back out of the black light, gently spiraling back out, coming back out, coming back to the center of your womb. Begin to breathe your love light on the breath like a liquid healing light into the womb. Seeing your womb light shining out 360 degrees. See it shining into and through your body. Shining out through your aura. Shining out where you live. Shining brighter and brighter and brighter and lighter and lighter and lighter. And just feeling it, feeling yourself grounding, bringing your thoughts all the way down to your feet, sending crystalline roots down deep and wide into Mother Earth, connecting with her crystalline heart womb core, the new earth. Feeling your body gently being pulled into her heart womb core. Feel yourself being fully in her embrace of her womb, receiving her love, her support, her gentleness, her kindness. And just sending some love to her, some gratitude, receiving that back to you, heart to heart, womb to womb. You can see a very beautiful vertical golden 8 abundance, the flow of golden abundance, wave between your heart womb and her heart womb core, anchoring you deeper and deeper and deeper into her safety, into her love. You are held. As above, so below, and so be it, and so it is. So beginning to come back, just begin to gently coming back into our circle. Taking some deep, deep breaths. Just taking a moment to reflect on anything that you want to write down or reflect on or remember. Breathing in deeply, just allowing yourself to receive. Yeah, I think Alara is not come back. Oh, there she is. She's coming back now. Ooh.
Yes, slowly, slowly, slowly coming back. That was powerful. Oh my goodness. It was just, the energy was so palpable. I don't even know how to describe it, but it was, yeah, like Randy says, great energy. Thank you, thank you, thank you. It's beyond great. It was transformative, is what I'm gonna say. How was that for everybody else? I can't talk, but how was that for everybody else? How was it for you? Let us know in the chat. I'm still feeling it. So yeah, thank you. Thank you, thank you. That definitely healing, transformational, creation and creative energies. Also energies of awakening and yeah. Awakening
Yeah,
as well.
it almost takes my breath away sometimes when I'm working with the black light energy, because it is the pure source of divine feminine love. And I didn't even know I had a connection with it till about 2 years ago, the first time I went into it. And then actually Archangel Michael, the black dragon, came to me, and it was like, whoa, it was like I was coming home. It was like I really felt home. So I don't know if it felt that way for some of you. Thank you for all these loving comments. I'm just reading through all the healing requests, and I know we didn't get a chance to come to every person's question, but please come back to this meditation and very specifically put in your specific intention for your healing,
Mhm.
you know?
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah. And it can even be, you can plant that golden seed for healing, whatever, you know, you specifically are healing or wanting to heal, whether it's a health issue, whether it's a relationship issue, whether it's abuse. I saw some things about abuse here from a violent father. Yeah, I
Mhm.
understand. This is the true liberation of our wombs, where we want to make peace with our wombs, and we want to, you know, not deny her anymore, because
Yeah.
that's where our next level of power is. So I love this. I was singing light language before meditation. Beautiful, beautiful. And I hope that
Nice.
everyone can take this meditation, and also the gift also that I gave from the last, with the healing frequencies from the last October
Mhm.
is another powerful one too, that you can tap into.
So yeah, definitely, definitely please do take advantage of this call, all the wisdom and the healing and the meditation. Go back, watch, listen again, and take advantage of that as well. Please do take advantage of the powerful uh, process, the retreat that that Laura is offering, as well as the personal session with Laura. I highly recommend that if you can do that as well with Laura. I highly recommend that. I've had sessions with Laura and they were powerful, definitely. So eye-opening and so, yeah, amazing. Rebecca said that was so beautiful. It felt like giving me permission to own my true power, and it was so huge. I really feel like this has been my mission, and that somehow it has been
Yes.
hidden from me until now.
Oh,
Nice.
oh,
Yeah.
nice. Yeah. And please, you know, it's a wonderful 6-class retreat, especially it just goes deep into into the Mary Magdalene mysteries, and it gives you a historical background, which to me I found very healing as well, coming from that lineage, you know. And then you get all the practices, and these womb practices are not complicated, which I love about them. You can record them on your phone. You can use them every day. The more that you use them consistently, the more deeper you will go, and
For sure.
the more empowered you will become. That's been my experience. And
Yeah, I
yeah,
was gonna say, Olga says, I saw black crystals before calling the black womb energy. Nice.
yeah,
So it's
nice.
like you all experience something different or different pieces of it, that you recall, which is great, so,
Cool. I love that.
and I wonder what you'll experience again, next time when you do the process again. So definitely do it again. And yeah,
Yes. And
powerful.
I am so grateful to be here, Alara, with your beautiful community of sisterhood, very powerful community of sisters here. And you're very powerful and a great healer. And thank you so much for putting this together. It takes a lot of love, to do this. So thank you to you. I just want to acknowledge you. So
Thank you.
you're welcome. And that together we're all rising together, all women, all men. We're all doing it. We're doing it right now. We are
Absolutely.
doing it, and we're going to soon see, yeah. So I look forward to working with you beautiful ladies in the retreat, or together with a call, and we'll have that live healing call as well. And those are always very powerful as well. So I'm here to serve you, and it's my honor and pleasure to do so. So thank you, from my
Beautiful.
heart to
Thank
yours,
you.
my heart womb
Thank
to
you.
yours.
And
You're
thank you
welcome.
everybody for your questions, and your feedback and all your comments in the chat. Thank you, thank you, thank you for that. I'm so glad that you were able to receive
Yes.
the wisdom and the healing from this whole call. So thank you for that. All right, and please again take a look at the packages from Laura, take advantage of those as well. And this replay will be out shortly on YouTube and on the podcast. So be on the lookout for the email. Okay, thank you so much, everyone. Until next time, may you continue to be blessed with an abundance of joy, peace, love, happiness, prosperity, and radiant health. Sending you all much love and blessings always. Bye for now.
Bye. Thank you.